I know who it is. I know who it is. Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Bungo Stray Dogs Season 2, Episode 6, The Conflict of Strategy. Last episode, all these three companies are like about to head into battle. Kyoko went on her first mission. She messed up a little bit, but then this big sister figure, whatever, showed up, pierced Asushi. Kunikida and Kenji showed up, but then people from the guild also showed up, and then the master was about to be attacked, but he dealt with them, the assassins and whatnot. But then there was this green tracker stuff that is leading the poor mafia to their new hideout. So it's like, what the heck, man? I don't know. I don't know how this thing is going to play out, but that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider support on Patreon at patreon.com/feelmini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. Looking at the outro and then looking at Akutagawa, I can't help but feel like he's like a little kid that wants the approval of his father figure, mentor, or whatever. And that's who Dazai is to him. You know, I feel like he acknowledges everybody else apart from him. You know, he told him that Asushi was better than him, so he was pissed off. He told him that during the flashback, that he was weaker than Oda Saku. He got pissed off about that. It's like, I don't know. I hope there's gonna be a time where they show us exactly how Dazai and Akutagawa met. Why does Akutagawa wants his approval so much? You know, like, I really want to know. I was thinking about something. I'm forgetting what it is that I wanted to say. But either way, the agency is clearly waiting for either the poor mafia or the guild to attack. So they must have known about the green radiation tracker thingy, right? Or did they just put these security measures, you know, in advance in case they attack? It has to be one of those two, right? Either way, they were waiting for them to attack, and then they sent Chuuya, and I'm like, okay, what's his ability? And he was walking toward them, and they sent out Yusano and what's it, Denki? It's not Denki. Kenji sent out those two after him, and he clearly wasn't bothered about it. So I'm like, okay, what exactly is your ability? And it turns out it's gravity manipulation. I'm like, what? How the heck do you actually fight against that? I know he's strong martial arts wise because of that interaction that happened between him and Dazai when Dazai faked being captured and everything. So I know he's strong, like that side of things. But then when you factor in his ability, like, how do you fight against him? And what exactly does he do? Exactly can he manipulate the gravity can he manipulate what was it, Denki again? A person's gravity, or like, I don't know. I guess oh, I don't think we're gonna see it next episode, because he just came to deliver the message, right? The message being that, okay, they have the location of two members of the guild, and where they're gonna be and what time they're gonna be there, or something or other like that. And they're like, the agency is thinking, okay, this could be a trap, right? Meanwhile, the master is telling Rumple. He's telling Rumple to use his ultra deduction while they're talking to Chuuya. So they're like, okay, this could be a trap, so why would we go along with this? And then it turns out, because they won't really have a choice, they will go either way, whether it's a trap or not. They will go either way, because the guild is going after the people, their office, the people that are working there and stuff. And they showed two of them. I don't know anybody. The girl, was it Mi-chan? I don't know. The girl that was there on the computer, what was it, a cat she was looking at, or a dog? I don't know what. She's the only one, apart from the sister Naomi, that we've seen so far. So I don't know if there are anybody else but those two, and then the people from the agency. Those are the only people that I know from the agency as of right now. So they're there, and they can't just let them die, so they're gonna go there, and they're telling him to call Kunikida, because I believe Kunikida is teamed up with Tanizaki. Yeah, both of them are on the same team together. So where are Dazai and Asushi? Did they go different places? Are they together? Like, I don't know. Tanizaki clearly needs to go, because that's his sister is there, so he needs to go. And also, I was wondering, when they were saying that they had a bait that they couldn't possibly refuse, I thought first off that it was gonna be Asushi, because the guild is after Asushi, right? But then I'm like, it might not be Asushi, it might be Kyoka, because Kyoka went missing. Okay, she's missing. And if Kyoka's there, I feel like it will lure Asushi there, so the guild will also go there. I don't know. That's where all my thought was going. But no, it was the office team and all of that. So yeah, they have to go there. So they're going there. Now, the fight between, well, they started the episode, I guess, with the leader of the poor mafia writing this letter, and I'm like, okay, who's he writing the letter to? And then they sent the letter to those two members of the guild, Margaret and Nathaniel. And the letter said that they were gonna destroy the ship, and then they were gonna kill those two. The girl wasn't really worried about it, but then Nathaniel was like, we have to take this seriously. And then they started making preparations and everything. And then they were like, okay, we caught the bomber. And the bomber's like, they're just basically acting like, I don't know, like his car, or he's begging for his life at one point and stuff. So it's like, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, yes, they sent the bomber there, but it's part of a larger plan that maybe the bomber was like a distraction, and then there were other people there that were going to do other stuff. I don't know, but not really. At least when it came to the ship, it was just the bomber. It's the they were supposed to be loading these things onto the ship, but it wasn't really the shipment that they were the guild was waiting on. It's not really what got there. It was all those bombs that were up there floating and just drop onto the ship and just made the ship explode and everything. And then those two were outside of the ship. Either way, they weren't on the ship anymore. And then the master was no master, the leader of the poor mafia was just saying that these people are probably gonna be thinking that gonna do this, but then we're gonna send the way what he said made me believe that he was sending Akutagawa because he said something along the lines of someone that just can't wait to destroy stuff or something or other along those lines. I don't quite remember exactly what he said, but what he said made me think it was Akutagawa, and that's exactly who showed up. He started piercing people and whatnot. He pierced the Margaret and then pierced Nathaniel as well. Nathaniel clearly was not fatally wounded, but I was wondering if Margaret would be, but she wasn't. She came back and then she was basically started mummifying or decaying Akutagawa at one point. But then when Akutagawa was facing Nathaniel, you could tell that these two sort of like had similar abilities. They were like using like attacking and defensive was basically sort of like the same thing. And when that girl Margaret showed up and he's like, I can't let you defeat me or something, especially someone that hasn't suffered defeat and humiliation. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? You think that Akutagawa has not suffered humiliation and defeat? Are you kidding me? Do you know who his mentor was? Dazai. Do you know how many times he's lost to Dazai? How many times Dazai has humiliated him? Like, how many times he's been defeated? Especially when it comes to Dazai, and then you have Asushi, and then you have the Taku, and I'm pretty sure there were other people as well that we haven't seen before. So it's like when this girl was saying that, I'm like, really? Okay. And Akutagawa got pissed off about that. And then he started attacking even more fiercely. And Nathaniel was asking himself, like, why are you pushing yourself so hard? And then he said something about him needing to hear something from someone. And I'm like, oh, Dazai. I don't know. I'm liking Akutagawa for some reason. I know he's evil and he's killed like a whole bunch of people, but the way he's so determined, or this one goal that he has of having Dazai acknowledge him in his strength and all that, it's just, I'm like, oh, so it makes me like him a little bit. Oh yeah, I think I remember what I wanted to say. The fact that he wanted Dazai to acknowledge his existence or confirm his existence, either way, because he had that flashback with Asushi telling him that you need to have something to have for your existence to be valid. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I'm like, I remembered Odasako when Akutagawa went after Jid at one point, and Odasaku came after him and saved him and all of that. He went there to save Akutagawa because Dazai saw potential in Akutagawa, and that's one of the reasons why Odasaku went after him to save him. So there's something in Dazai that, I mean, he sees potential in him. Potential for what? No, is it just him using his ability or something else? And if he saw something in him that he wanted to nurture, then isn't that basically sort of like giving value to Akutagawa, like what he's searching for, when it comes to Dazai. Isn't that basically sort of like a little, sort of like a little bit? I don't know. I guess we'll see. So I don't think there's anything else that happened this episode. Um, Nakutagawa was about to use this big attack. He named it something things or something. I don't know. I can't remember. He was about to use that on Nathaniel, but then Charlotte like took the brunt of it and saved Nathaniel. So I'm not sure if Margaret is still alive, but Nathaniel clearly is. So yeah, that fight is clearly not over. And then you had Akutagawa coughing blood, and then he sort of like not passing out, but he just like fell on the floor. So yeah, what is the deal with him coughing like all the time? Does he have a sickness? At first I thought when he started coughing the blood, I thought it was because of whatever sickness that he's carrying that makes him cough. I thought that was why he was coughing blood. But then you remember how he was injured after the fight with Asushi, and then he was captured at one point, and then that girl that was under him, they went and saved him and all of that. So I'm guessing him spitting this blood is all because of the injuries that he sustained previously, and not because of the coughing that he's prone to do like all the time. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/filmini, and you can also see the full length for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Cause I'm playing it all wrong. You can't fight the friction.